Terryn gazed up over his father's shoulder at that figure on horseback, and that deep crimson cowl pulled low, obscuring the face. But not the eyes. The eyes glittered down through the shadows of the cowl, bright discs through which deadly spirits gazed. His father instantly set off in a long-legged stride, dragging Terryn behind him by the shoulder of his garment. Such a fine velvet garment, which the princess herself had dressed him in that morning, telling him she needed him to look smart for when they met the chosen king. She had smiled at him so tenderly and kissed his cheek before wiping away her own stray tears. Terryn hadn't understood why she cried. He'd cupped her face in his small hands and said, "Don't be sad, princess. I won't leave you." This must not have been the right thing to say. Her tears only came harder, and the princess had risen quickly from her knees, calling to her lady-in-waiting. "Please, Mila," she'd said, "take him away. I can't bear it just now. Not today of all days." Lady Mila had led him from the princess's pavilion and finished preparing him for the day's travel. They'd been journeying for 2 weeks now along these lonely roads. A large party of courtly lords and ladies, priestesses and holy sisters, servants and soldiers, and of course, the princess's personal guard, captained by Terryn's father. Also, 5 red hoods, meant to escort them across the Witch Queen's territory. What had become of the princess? Terryn hadn't seen her since the attack began. Had she died, along with so many others? But Terryn didn't see her among the dead walking on either side of him. He hoped she'd gotten away. His father dragged him along so fast now, he often lost his footing and only stayed upright due to that strong grasp on his shoulder. His little feet could not keep up the pace, and the terror pulsing through his veins was not enough to drive him faster. He was too small, but his father wouldn't let go. Terryn saw Lady Mila up ahead at the front of the procession. She did not seem to be dead. She stumbled along with her head bowed. Her wimple and veil had been torn away, and her lovely golden hair trailed loose down her back. Her lavender gown was stained with mud and blood, and sometimes Terryn heard her weeping. The dead could not cry, so surely she must be alive. A tower rose on the landscape, like a wild animal's fang jutting from the soil. It was quite tall, taller even than the highest turrets of Venerandon, Terryn's palace home. A huge stone wall surrounded the tower, with only a single gate, open like a hungry mouth to receive the prisoners and the dead alike. Terryn balked at the sight of that gate, and tried to pull from his father's grasp. "Don't," his father whispered. "They'll kill you. Do as you're told. I'll find a way out of this." It was a lie. Young as he was, Terryn knew when he heard a lie, even spoken from his father's lips. There would be no last-minute burst of strength, no daring getaway, no sudden reversal of their fortunes. But he clung to his father's words, clung to his voice, clung to that lie as his only hope. They passed through the open mouth of the gate, staggering into the courtyard beneath the looming tower. The dead, moving at the command of their master, pushed and prodded the living into a line, Lady Mila at one end, and Terryn and his father at the other. 8 others stood between them, including a few faces Terryn recognized. Ambassador Dejine, who held himself tall and proud, and Lord Lulas, who slumped and wept where he stood. Terryn couldn't bear to look at Lord Lulas. He stared down at his boots instead. Even so, he was aware when the door to the tower opened.